Signs you're on your way to becoming a millionaire. Number 16. You drink alcohol from time to time. Did you know that a study found that self-reported drinkers earn more than their non-drinking counterparts? So what was the reason? Drinking responsibly, if I may add, enhances social capital. This leads to building business connections with other like-minded people. Jim Britt, author of Do This, Get Rich, adds that a person who doesn't drink at all, not that that's a bad thing, is probably very conservative, and that would keep him out of a lot of social circles. Number 15. You started making money at a young age. One of the most common traits that the wealthy have in common is that they began earning money at a young age. For example, 12-year-old Mark Cuban sold trash bags door to door. Warren Buffett sold packets of gum to his neighbors at 6 years old. Richard Branson bred and sold parakeets as pets at the age of 11. However, others like Mr. Wonderful, Kevin O'Leary, got the entrepreneur mindset in their 20s. Colonel Sanders got his entrepreneur mindset at 65, so it is never late for even you, my viewer. You just have to start now, so you could enjoy your success earlier, as life is short. If you have this entrepreneurial spirit, then that's a solid indicator that you'll become a millionaire, since you've always been on the lookout for ways to make more money. Number 14. You have multiple streams of income. What is the salary of the richest man in the world, Jeff Bezos? Probably billions, right? No. His salary is a little over $81,000. Yes, you heard that right. Bezos doesn't even make 6 figures. Most of the richest men in the world have very modest salaries. Because there's a huge difference between net worth and income. Salary is what you earn when you trade your time for money, but wealth are assets that you earn money when you're not there. Since there is a limited amount of time that you have on any given day, it doesn't make sense to focus on your income. Rich people instead focus on building wealth. So learn from the richest man in the world. Focus on building businesses or investing in companies as Steve Ballmer did as he worked a 9-to-5 job. He invested his money, enabling him to hit billionaire status. Steve used his earnings to create other sources of income. Number 13. You are good looking. A research conducted by Daniel Hammermish, an economics professor at the University of Texas in Austin, found that this is the case. According to his research, attractive people are likely to earn an average of 3 to 4% more than a person with below average looks. That may not sound like a fortune, but that adds up to $230,000 more over a lifetime for a typically good-looking person. Hammermish found that attractive people are able to charm interviewers and are able to land more sales. But remember, looks can be improved. So hit that gym, eat well, invest in your clothing, future billionaire. Number 12. You have an action-oriented mindset. Are you the kind of person who sees an opportunity and then takes action to take advantage of it? If so, congratulations, because it's that kind of action-oriented mindset that can propel you to financial freedom. For example, it's been proven time and time again that long-term investing can produce significantly more wealth than short-term trading, yet many Americans fail to make the most of their best long-term investment assets, their workplace retirement plan. Do you contribute to your retirement plan? If so, what percentage of your income do you contribute? Considering that someone who contributes 10% of their $40,000 income to a 401k plan at 6% return, he will have $300,000 more after 35 years than one who contributes 3%. Underutilizing retirement plan is a sure way to derail you on your way to millionaire status. Number 11. You always start on goals you set to achieve. Millionaires don't wait for the perfect time to invest or launch their business. They realize that there is no better time than the present to start making money. Procrastination is one of the best ways to squash your dreams. Bottom line, start right now. Number 10. You're open-minded. As Warren Buffett once said, opportunities come infrequently, so when it rains gold, put out the bucket, not the thimble. The wealthy always keep an open mind on new ideas. It may not be something that they would have supported in the past, but if it can make them a couple of bucks, then they may reconsider it. You never know when an opportunity is going to present itself. And if you immediately shut the thought of investing in this opportunity, then you could be losing out on making a fortune. Number 9. You're an overachiever. Are you that guy who wasn't satisfied with a 9-to-5 job? Millionaires have the mindset to shoot big. They're not satisfied with making just $1 million. They want to make $10 million. And you might be one of them. Number 8. You are able to live below your means. A common trait that millionaires have is that they're able to live below their means. Instead of flaunting their wealth, they drive practical cars, live in modest homes, and don't spend their hard-earned cash on items which are a useless luxury item. For example, Warren Buffett drives in a 2014 Cadillac and lives in a $500,000 home. Number 7. You have a mentor. Whoever you associate with can affect how successful you'll be. Think about that for a second. If you're spending majority of your time with people who are negative or don't have drive, then do you think that they're going to influence you in being motivated and optimistic? In other words, if you want to be wealthy, then start hanging out with millionaires. Not only will this keep you motivated, you may be able to find someone who is willing to become your mentor and can show you the ropes. If you don't personally know any millionaires, don't be afraid and reach out to them on social media or through an email after meeting them at a networking event and start building a rapport. You can also learn from them through YouTube and other educational websites. Number 6. You set goals. The wealthy think about their long-term goals and needs. You don't make $1 million by accident. If it's not a goal, you sure won't hit it. Number 5. You can postpone gratification. Deferring gratification is one of the most important steps to becoming a millionaire. The reality is, building wealth generally takes a lot of time. Even Warren Buffett, one of the richest people alive and arguably the best investor ever, created more than 80% of his vast wealth after he turned 50. So learn to defer your gratification. Number 4. You optimize your strengths. Gary Vee once said, "I suck at 99% of stuff, but I go all out on that 1% I'm good at." That's not to say you shouldn't learn something new or work on some of your weaker skills. It means that millionaires are able to capitalize on their greatest strengths and then surround themselves with people who can enhance their weaknesses. Number 3. You are optimistic. How many people do you know are constantly whining and then blaming others for their misfortunes? I bet those people aren't well off financially, are they? Millionaires don't whine, complain, or point fingers. Instead, they accept challenges and look for ways to conquer them. As T. Harv Eker, author of Secrets of the Millionaire Mindset, Mastering the Inner Game of Wealth, says, "Rich people believe, I create my life. Poor people believe, life happens to me." Number 2. You have a tough personality. When you're consumed by what others think of you, you allow yourself to be held back. Instead of worrying what others think about you, the wealthy have a thick skin thanks to being mentally tough. Take Donald Trump as an example. In fact, being mentally tough is one of the key ingredients in making a successful entrepreneur, since it assists them in handling pressure and overcoming challenges and setbacks. Number 1. You're constantly improving yourself. While having a college degree can make a difference in determining your net worth, that degree ultimately doesn't determine if you'll become a millionaire or not. Bill Gates and Mark Zuckerberg are one of the most famous college dropouts to date. But that hasn't stopped them from continually improving themselves by reading and learning new information or skills.